Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Just real quickly, I want to thank you all very much for making to 800 subscribers. I want to go ahead and show you my how-to video and how to do a camouflage scheme on a tank or armored vehicle or truck. As you probably heard from my last video, I was doing a poll of either painting the AVLB, the Leopard 2 AVLB, as a NATO Tri-color or as a possible Ukrainian hypothetical digital camouflage. So hopefully you enjoyed this video on how to do the camouflage. There's a little bit of adjustments I need to make regarding that camouflage, but hopefully you'll take a look at that and judge for yourself which one do you think would be a better camouflage scheme on that Leopard 2. So please make sure you take a look at my poll, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get started on our paint on our Leopard 2 AVLB. Just really quickly, I do want to point out that I'm going to go ahead and use, the first time, a mask. Now these are DM models masks, okay? They're digital masks for Ukraine. The only thing is though is that Ukraine has these very digitalized camouflage patterns on their tanks, armored vehicles, possibly their trucks as well. But the thing is though is that the colors, I'm not too sure what the colors are. I understand that the darker green is probably going to be a NATO green. The brown might be a NATO brown, the black a NATO black. But what about that light green color where my thumb is? Okay, what color is that? So that was the difficult part that I was having trouble with. So I came by, was looking through it, and I finally decided to go with my Tamiya XF4, a yellow green. It comes pretty close to being the actual color. It looks good in sunlight to what I need to do for this model. So we're going to rely on a yellow green XF4. Now, being a mask from DN Models is a German company that I had to purchase. It took me a little time, about 2.5 weeks for it to come in. But it's basically a digital mask that you see here. I kind of took off one part just to put it on the centermost portion of the bridge itself. I'm only going to paint the bridge for now. And also, I want to go ahead and do a little bit of the other camouflage patterns. I have this kind of set to do either side. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, when you look at the German AVLB, their camouflage is pretty continuous. So whatever pattern you had in the middle of that tank, of that bridge, once it separates, it's going to not coincide. It doesn't match, it doesn't flow too well. And it's the same thing if I were to use the NATO colors as well. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and paint just a center portion of a hypothetical. It's not for real. This is all hypothetical of the Ukrainian tank color and put that paint down. I'm going to center it and then proceed outward. Okay, I'm going to proceed outward. I don't think it's painted on the inside portion. I hope it's not, okay? All right, so I mixed up a batch of the XF4 yellow-green in a 1-to-1 ratio. I just put in, I think about 1 ml of paint and 1 ml of the thinner. The thinner I'm using is Tamiya's acrylic paint thinner, the X20A. Make sure you get that one with the A for the acrylic paint. Don't get the lacquer one because you'll mess up your paint job. I've already done that one time before. So we're going to go ahead and paint just, like I said, just one portion of the bridge. We're not going to do the whole entire thing. See how it comes out. So as I'm removing the tape from the outside as well as on the back, you want to do that so you don't get any overspray bleeding into other portions of your model. The tape seems to come off. This is regular painter's tape. Seems to come off pretty well. And how about that? That's not too bad. I did a little imperfection right there. That's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. But the angles look appropriate. There's a bit of overspray on either side, so I'll correct that the next time I do a paint job. A little bit of overspray, excuse me about that, a little bit of overspray down at the bottom where the joint is connected, where the bridge is connected. Again, I'll recorrect that. But other than that, the green does look pretty appropriate, I think. Maybe a little bit darker, but you know what? If we're struggling to find out what color that is, I think that will be sufficed by me. So I'm gonna go ahead, unclamp the bridge, disconnect it, and start painting just one side and the other side of the bridge. Just to give you a short update, as I mentioned to you, there was a bit of overspray with the paint, just a little bit of splattering, so I need to correct that. But as I mentioned to you, you want to mask those other areas, otherwise you're going to get some bit of overspray from the back side of the mask. So when you're doing these guys, make sure you cover parts that you don't need sprayed, mask them off, so that way you can direct your paint the way you want it to. All right, so not too bad for that guy. As well as this one, not too bad as well. I'm satisfied with that. I could just touch that up a little bit, that little splinter that I have right up there, and maybe a couple of others down below. And of course, redoing just a touch-up paint or weathering. I mean, it's right there at the bottom of that bridge. I could just weather that out. That should take care of it. So a little bit more masking, try to get behind, try to make sure that floor of the bridge is covered. Try to get the edge, just a tad bit of some specks here. But we had some specks over here as well. Those were painted over. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look how this came out. I did apply a few areas where I want to add a different color. So we'll see how that comes out. I've never done masks before on a camouflage tank, let alone on a digital one. So this is my first digital camouflage tank that I'm going to be producing. And we'll see how that does. It looks like a little bit of a hollow. I'm going to paint that little cross a little bit better over here. Okay, so I remove the blue painter's tape. It seems to be coming off really nice, even though I just noticed it says top sight there. But it looks like it's coming off really nice. But I came by, maybe it might have been a mistake, peeling off the mask. I might want to keep that on just so I can paint different colors on there. One of the things I did was come by and cover this up. I kind of wanted to paint it like a brown or a black color. So I'm going to keep this thing on and then cover up those certain areas with other masks. So hopefully I didn't mess this up too badly. So we'll see. All right, so the next color we're going to apply is from MIG this time. This is MIG Ammo acrylic color, MIG 0085. This is your NATO brown. I was looking for my Tamiya one, but I don't think I had one. I could have sworn I had one. So we're going to give MIG a try. Hopefully with the Tamiya green and the Tamiya yellow green, nothing's going to happen. We'll soon see. Seems to spray pretty well. Coating seems really nice. The last color we're going to use is, again, MIG Ammo NATO Black 0278. Okay, it's got, the cool thing is it's got a little ball bearing inside there. Very helpful to shake the paint up. And we really didn't need any thinner. The paint applied there very well, at least for the brown. We're going to shoot the black. Okay, and applying MIG color black. The arrows that you see there are where I'm going to be shooting the paint. I think that's all the places I need to shoot. So we're going to go ahead and remove the rest of the mask here. Let me go ahead and give it another shot. So as the day is coming to an end, I want to go ahead and show you my first application of the digital masks. And it came out about average, okay? It's my first time dealing with it, first time masking something that major with those sharp corners. Obviously over here, there was a lot of bleed through of the color. As I was going between section to section, my paint watered down. I should have mixed it up a little bit more. And that's the only reason why I have that, but I can fix that, I think. The other part kind of looks kind of cool like that, I think. You know, not bad. But over here, from this portion over, with the brown, the black, the greens, the dark greens, that is, it came out really cool. I'm pretty pleased with that. Yeah, I could touch that up. I could probably weather that out. But the color, I'm pretty satisfied with. Ammo, I like your colors. You don't need to thin them. I'm going to try to show this to you in pictures. But obviously there's going to be some touch up I need to do for that bridge. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and go to the next side of the bridge, kind of simulate more or less the same colors and patterns. Hopefully not the same results. But otherwise, I'm pretty pleased with the colors. I'll probably have to take a look to see what the actual ratio would be. I think I remember seeing that there is an actual ratio for those colors. Anyways, we'll see how the other side comes out. I was able to find some courage now into painting the NATO Tri-color. I was waiting and waiting and waiting for this reusable putty for that I was going to use as a mask that I wanted to apply on the Leopard 2 AVLB. But I got tired of waiting, so looking at some YouTube channels, for example, like Rick's 1/35 scale models, Section 8 Hobbies, and as well as Andy Hobbies headquarters, it just looks like those pros it looks like they just go for it as far as freehand brushing those paints onto those vehicles and tanks. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and start painting up and tracing out the patterns that we see here on the Tango grad book that I have here of the Leopard 2 AVLB. So I'm going to show you how that's done right now. So what I'm going to do right now with a mechanical pencil, just a regular old mechanical pencil, I'm going to go ahead and trace out roughly the pattern that's on this side of the landing bridge. Basically what I want to do is just go ahead and trace out, give a rough sketch of where the black and brown areas are. I've already done that. As you can kind of see, it's on there barely. If I tilt the model just in a certain angle, where I'm going to be painting some areas. And the good thing is with the matte paint, you can actually erase areas that you don't want to cover up. You might want to retrace, whatever the case would be. So using this eraser bit actually helps a bit. All right, so we're going to go ahead and spray down the Tri-color, NATO Tri-color, using MIG Ammo 0085, that is the NATO Brown. and also MiG 0278. That's going to be your NATO black. We're going to spray the brown first on the 4th of July. Hopefully this is going to come out well. This is my first attempt on freehanding an airbrush spraying down this camouflage color. So we're going to go ahead and try that out. As you can see, I masked off the bridge sections where I want to spray that NATO brown and black. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and spray that down. I've already masked off certain areas that I want to paint. Hopefully we'll be able to see them. We're going to bring down the PSI to about 16 PSI. We're going to get really close, okay, and spray that down. We're going to start from the center and work our way out. Okay, that's part of it right there. We're going to go ahead and go to the next section. I'm literally maybe about 10 millimeters away, about 1 centimeter away. Inch-wise, about just under 2. Going to go ahead and move on to the next bridge. Since I got them both here, might as well do them both. Okay, so moving on to the black now. Again, we're going to go ahead and spray that down. Let's test this out real quick. So with the lower PSI, you're able to get in a lot closer. Get some good handling of this. I'm going to try sitting down on this one. Maybe that might give me a little bit more control here. Not too bad. Try to get it to you in stills. Moving on to the second bridge. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing that video on the Leopard 2 AVLB, the Armored Vehicle Landing Bridge. We're really close to finishing that kit now from Hobbies. But I do want you to take a look at that poll if you can. Review it, see what you think. I also left an immature link as well to a bigger, longer extension of those two bridge sections. So please vote for either the NATO Tri-color or the Ukrainian Hypothetical digital camouflage. Thanks much, and please make sure you comment, subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks, guys.